How come you guys didn't tell me I always look this pale? Look, I don't know what I did to the light. I don't know. I feel like I look like a light bulb right now. It's currently, if I look like I'm really sweaty, it's currently 88. Can you see that? It's currently 88 in here, which is brutal. But that's okay. Um, I don't need air conditioning to make content. Look, don't forget about the small stuff. I'm playing Battle Engineer. I got my mini sentry. It's that simple. Don't forget about the small stuff. Small stuff's really important. A lot of times you hear the phrase, don't sweat the small stuff. Also, don't forget about the small stuff. Mainly the small things that bring you joy. Feel free to not sweat the small stuff when it's like annoying or frustrating. But when it's something that brings you joy, don't forget about it. There's this great clip of Gary Vee, an absolute goofball day trader, where he is he a day trader? I don't. Maybe that's not the accurate phrase. Where he did you not? Why can't I see the skybox? Where he talks about how he swallows his gum because he doesn't want to waste the decimal of a second spitting it out and putting it into the trash can. He would rather swallow his gum, which is super funny to talk about. Um, don't sweat this, or don't forget the small stuff. Is the point? Um, Small stuff can make a huge difference, like it did right there. I had a mini sentry with a bunch of kills on it. That brings me joy. That little gun brought me however many kills that was with crits. So small stuff can make a huge difference. The reason I bring that clip up is because it's so funny. This very microscopic bit of time where you could just spit your gum out. He values it so much that he would rather swallow the gum. In the same vein, the reason I bring up that clip is also because of a clip I saw of Northern Lion, fan favorite of the channel, talking about him putting mayonnaise on his sandwiches. Someone was like, "Why do you put mayo on sandwiches?" or something like that, and he's like, "Oh, the point whatever of a second that I spend putting mayo on my sandwiches brings me joy. So of course I'm gonna do it. Like, yeah, I don't have to put it on a sandwich, but I enjoy it, and it doesn't take much for me to enjoy it. Yeah, he could save that time, and I thought that was really valuable because sometimes I think I'm so focused on like productivity. Sorry, I was looking at the camera. I'm so focused on productivity, doing things the right way, etc. That I forget all the small things that bring me joy. I make tea a lot at work. I sometimes forget to when I'm really busy, and so it's really valuable when I can take that time, make that cup of tea, sit down, and just take a minute to relax. I used to do this thing. It's called coffee self talks. I think self talk is one of those things. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't believe in it at first. Then when I started to actually engage in like self talk, which is just affirmations, it's all the same thing. It's just saying I'm a good person. I deserve good things to happen to me. When I say it like that, it sounds sarcastic, but it genuinely it made a difference in my life. There was a time when I was having a lot of panic attacks, or I think it was really chronic stress. I had like looked up the symptoms, like my chest would always feel heavy, and it felt hard to breathe. And the thing is, I could still function, I could still do things and everything. It was just to the point where I was like, what is going on? Like, why is my body rejecting me? And I figured out I assume it was chronic stress. So for me, self talk really helped. It made a difference because I was able to kind of think like, hey, I deserve good things to happen to me, and say things like that. And it was really valuable. It's those little things that you can do that I think really make the biggest impact. And I think in the opposite way, a bunch of small things can have a negative impact. I think silverware in the dishwasher in the dishwasher. In the sink is a great example. Silverware can pile up so quickly, and yet at the same time, like just taking that time to wash one spoon when you use it is really valuable. I mean, it really is. And so, yeah, like take that little bit of time for yourself. Take that little bit of time for your house. Whatever you're doing, don't forget the small stuff. And again, talking about small stuff, look at this dang mini sentry go off. It's going insane. It's in the. Oh, you can't see it. I had 4 kills on it, and then it died. I'm sorry, my face cam is covering everything up. Yeah, I had 4 kills on it. Well, I didn't have 4 kills. I had 2 kills and 2 assists, but. Oh no! That time I did not get MVP, but we're gonna run it back really quick. I'll cut this out in a second. Continuing the yap on a game of Sujin where it looks like we're getting spawn camped. Don't forget. Ooh, wow! Pretty hard too. Jeez, we are doing terrible here. What do we got going on here? Anyway, don't sweat the small stuff. We're gonna try switching actually to the Widowmaker. If I can hit my shots, it'll be worth it. If I can't hit my shots, this will be tough. Nice, okay. We didn't hit any of those, so I'm going to switch to the Frontier Justice. Okay, what was I saying? That's not the Frontier Justice! What was I saying? Small stuff. Don't forget the small stuff. It can be really valuable. And that really is. I mean, I'm playing Battle Engineer, trying to explain this. The mini sentry can have a ton of impact. I got several kills there, coming into a very, honestly, very scary game. But at the same time, I was able to get to second on my team in that short period of time. So really, the small impact that a minor sentry can have is really impactful. In the same way, putting mayonnaise on your sandwich, having a cup of tea at work, just giving yourself that little bit of time is really powerful. And I don't think it even has. I think even just a minute is really powerful. A minute to just yourself can be really big, because it's easy to forget all of the reasons you do deserve like a minute. It's wow, what are all these demos doing? It's harder to think of all the reasons you don't need to give yourself just a minute of time to relax. So yeah, definitely, ow, give yourself that minute of time just to yourself. I think I can't think of any major reasons why you shouldn't just give yourself that time at the end of the day. We're gonna put a teleporter right here and try and get our team out of here. In the same way that a mini sentry can make all the difference, so can just a simple teleporter. Ow. Wow. That's insane that we lived there. Nice. What are we doing here? I forgot to yap. Sorry. It's like breathing. Forget to do it every once in a while. I need this health pack really bad. Ow. Okay, the small things make all the difference. This tiny teleporter and single engineer on our team is the difference that got us from spawn camping to spawn camping them. Clearly, that is impact at its finest. Really, all I've been doing is goofing this entire one so far. I'm sorry I have not been commentating very well, but that's perfectly fine. You know, I was enjoying my small moment of trying to figure out how in the heck I help my team here. Um, and yeah, so giving yourself that minute, I think there's far more reasons to give yourself a minute of time to relax than there is to not. Um, and I think that can be really valuable. I think in the same way, 10 minutes is not that long. And so that's one of the things. Give yourself 10 minutes, 10 minutes to clean, 10 minutes to work on stuff, really anything. You can do a lot in, 10 minutes. And that's the thing. You can do so much in 10 minutes that you wouldn't realize. I remember seeing like a video a long time ago. It was literally about how this dad... Also, this scout is insane. I spoke too soon. It was all about how this dad... He spends 10 minutes... He's like a stay-at-home dad. All he does is spend 10 minutes of time, and that's how he cleans like his whole house. And yet, that's all the time he needs to do that. Yeah, and that was really cool to me. Just that little bit of time is all that's needed. And yeah, I think that's really valuable. I think it showcases just how valuable our time is, but then also how valuable some of these small moments we can have are. I think in that same way, giving that small little hello to someone else can be really impactful. Um, it's interesting. So I don't leave my office very often or anything, and that's not because like I'm doing things all the time. I can't believe I did that. We are about to win because I'm being a distraction. I would like to say that. I think my constant spam of mini sentries is actually doing something. I also swore that was an enemy spy. Yeah, so I don't... Most of the time, unless I have to go talk to one of my coworkers, I don't. But the other day, I spent the time just, I say that like I hate my coworkers. I don't. My coworkers are really nice, but... Whoa! Okay. I just went to go say hi to my like coworkers, and they thought it was super nice. They were like, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" And I was like, "Good. I just wanted to say hi." That sounds like I don't normally say hi. It's just one of my coworkers does not like she works on the opposite floor. Normally, I just say hey when we see each other. There's some days where we don't, and so I was just like, "Oh, I'm gonna go just walk in and say hi." That's it. No, I don't have anything. It was just I wanted to say hi, stop by. Pretty simple, and she seemed really pleased by that.
It's not my birthday.
Um,
Could you say that again, please?
Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.
Even saying happy birthday to this random dude in your lobby. Look, I think there's a ton of things you can do. Very small effort, and it can be really rewarding. Even to like, I pick up trash around my work. If I see trash in the lawn, I'll pick it up on my way up. No one notices, no one cares, but I know I did it, and so that makes it feel nice for me. And so doing that, very simple, low effort. I think that's it. You can really make quite a big impact. Just given like a tiny bit of your time to someone or something else, and that's really valuable. And that's my TED talk. We're gonna lock in now. I really don't want these guys to win, and so I want to win. It's literally that simple. that simple. I'm gonna lock in. We're gonna get this point. We're gonna cap it. Why are we winning here? Why are we getting a cap? We're locked in. They must be at our spawn. Kind of looks like it. Put that right there, and we're gonna hide on these boxes right here. They're no. They know. How dare they? How dare they use their brains? How could he not think that I moved at some point? Are they? They are in our spawn. Feels bad. Where's he going? Oh, he died. He died. He just straight up died. The thing is, we're winning right here. This guy is going to our spawn and camping it, and yet we're the ones winning, which is wild. Somehow. We're going to go behind this dude. We're going to kill him at his own game. Looks like they got my teleporter at some point too. Now they're back on the point. We're setting up a teleporter. They don't even know what's going on. I think this is honestly probably one of my best games as Battle Engineer. I play a ton of Engineer. Played Gunspy last time. I'm not good at Gunspy. I am good at Battle Engineer. You may have seen some clippable moments so far today. I think more clippable moments are actually my Sentry and Teleporter doing all the work for me. There is really a lot of value outside of that, though. Where's this spy? This spy had to have seen my stuff. Or he didn't. This is not the best spy. It's okay. Not everyone can be a godly spy like I am. And that's okay. We're gonna kill this Demo Knight. We're not gonna kill the Demo Knight. Oh my god. I can't believe that happened. That was terrible. If you don't know, the Frontier Justice as an item, every time I get sentry kills, I get crits on my my gun. Every time I get sentry kills, and then my gun gets destroyed. Sorry, my back itches. So all those crits were from my sentry getting destroyed, and then me then using those crits. So by not hitting any of those crits, I more or less just let my sentry die in vain. But that's okay, because we're living. No, we're not! I've got to defend the point multiple times. You're not going to stay in the server? You're too scared? Oh. Engineer Gaming.